Reverend Dr. Sam Walanyo Mensah is a chartered economist and he's in the studio. Let's now connect with him. The issues raised now, let's dovetail that into the plans that we understand the Ministry of, the Bank of Ghana is intending to do something, is meeting up with the directors or forest bureaus and some banks as well, commercial banks, to do exactly what he's saying. He feels that we should place a tax on the acquisition of dollars, and so that could deter people. What do you make of that?
It's not a bad decision, but then you realize that the operations of the black market were engineered by the same Bank of Ghana. We had intelligence that it is some staffs, some cartels within the corridors of Bank of Ghana who deals with these guru boys, and they send dollars from the central bank to the open market, and they strike a deal, they share a percentage.
So the same people send these boys and the same people go after them as they arrest them.
Exactly. So that's why the arrest couldn't see the light of day. So I believe the president should set a committee of inquiry so that they investigate the operations of even the Bank of Ghana itself. We believe that the operations monitoring and evaluation department as well as compliance units were not doing enough service to Mother Ghana. But going beyond that, you also realize that there are some practices which could have been stopped within the local economy, which could have sustained the Cedi. One has to do with stopping the operations of some educational institutions who are charging in dollars. So it's make the demand for the dollar so high. There are some hospitality industries that are also charging in dollars. There are some health facilities that are also charging in dollars. Some aviation lines equally charging in dollars. So if we have been able to halt all these activities and operations, you realize that it will have given the Cedi enough breathing space, and that will have enabled it to appreciate against international trading currencies. Why do you continue exporting our crude oil to UK to be refined for domestic consumption? And so if we were to build the capacity of the oil refinery, yet still build another refinery at the Takoradi Enclave, this will have helped us to prevent transacting in these foreign currencies, which poses a threat to the local currency. Why do we continue to import COVID drugs and vaccines into this country, whereby we have international license accredited pharmaceutical organizations, licensed by even the World Health Organizations to produce and manufacture any kind of drugs for domestic use and even for sub-Saharan Africa? Pharmaceutical companies like MMJ and all others, they are licensed organizations from World Health Organizations. So why is the president, for that matter, the state, not interested in supporting building their capacity so that we produce and manufacture these drugs here, so that the billions of dollars we use to import these drugs into the economy remains within the economy, and expand the economy, create more jobs, reduce unemployment rates, reduce crime rates, and so that we will be able to stabilize the local economy? Why do you continue to import goods and commodities that we have absolute advantage and comparative advantage to produce over here? Government is championing industrialization, but I'm yet to see one fully fledged industry working. So why do we relegate the issue of industrialization and domestication to the background? The planting for food and jobs and all others, why? Where is it now? So at the end of the day, policies and programs that are supposed to develop the local economy has been relegated to the background, and I believe the government is not serious. If really government want to achieve food security, the best thing for government to do is to champion domestication. So I welcome the government idea of one village, one dam, simply because this one village, one dam is really going to help us to industrialize, because most of the industries also need raw materials, and the raw materials comes from the agri sector. So we need to develop the agri-business base and agro-processing, Because if you look at the level of post-harvest losses, it's so huge, it's so large to the extent that it has discouraged a lot of people to go into agribusinesses and agro-processing. So we should have developed a comprehensive program in supporting these industries. I was here some time ago. I heard a former MPP chairman, Freddie Blay, saying they are buying air-conditioned buses for each constituency across the country. It's a misplaced priority. If your party chairman really believes in your party, and for that matter the government, you should be able to roll out policies to help develop your own people, your own followers. So in totality, you are developing the state. Those money that they used to buy those air-conditioned buses, I don't know the kind of significance that they have in the local economy. Well, I'm looking at the rationale
behind
and
it.
so at the end of the day, why those buses could have been tractors for various constituencies. And if you have tractors for the various constituencies, they will have gone into commercial farming, and by now government will have achieved food security, and it will stabilize the economy, and everybody will be praising the government. So it's like everybody wanted to do something to get money for themselves, but nobody's thinking about the interests of the state.
Let's